Galatians 5:19-21. And the works of the flesh are well known, which are these: adultery, whoring, uncleanness, indecency, idolatry, drug sorcery. If you read this in a different version, or read it slightly different. Hatred, quarrels, jealousies, fits of rage, selfish ambitions, dissensions, factions, envy, murders, drunkenness, wild parties, and the like, of which I forewarn you, even as I also said before, that those who practice such as these shall not inherit the reign of Elohim. So, with all these in mind, how many of them are heart issues?
Mm. Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah. One thing that stands out to me, I actually did a video on my own channel regarding the word drug sorcery. So, in some translations it says witchcraft. But if you look under the Strong's number there, and I think it's G5331, yeah, it literally roots to pharmakia. And that's very interesting in and of itself. But something and maybe, I don't know if you want me to share this, but I wanted to talk about Deuteronomy 28 and the curses and sicknesses and diseases and stuff like that. Is this an appropriate point for me to share it at this moment? Or do you want me to wait?
I think you might have a better time in a little bit.
Okay.
And so these are obviously the fruits of the flesh. So let's look, of course, the fruits of the Spirit.
Yeah.
Verse 22-34, same chapter. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, trustworthiness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no Torah. And those who are of Messiah have impelled the flesh with its passions and desires. So how many people do you know that actually walk in the fruits of the Spirit? And so, since we're talking about emotional healing, emotional whatever, however you want to label it. So I've done a lot. I've gone so hard the last 6 months, which started going through this book first, Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. Then started doing the inner child work, inner healing stuff after that. And I finally, for years of desiring to walk in the fruits of the Spirit, I finally feel like I actually am, because I wanted to cry out to Abba, like, Abba, I want to walk in the fruits of the Spirit. I want to, say them out, especially towards Candace, because she's the most important relationship with another human in my life. But I finally feel like with all this emotional healing that I'm actually doing it. Finally.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So here is an awesome quote I came up with.
I really like this picture.
Inner healing gets to the root and changes the fruit, since we were just talking about the fruits of the Spirit.
Reminds me of the tree in the midst of the garden of one's mind. That's how I look at it. When you get to the root, you change the fruit of your mind. And it's funny because that word fruit is pri in the Hebrew, and it's literally the mouth and the mind. So by the fruit you have within your mind, if it's good, you speak what is good. But if it's rotten, you speak what is rotten.